Whistle blows, shot put on, and a goal for Cincinnati on the free position for Ottensmeyer.
Save.
Dakota working it back out for Cincinnati. Now it's Callahan, and Callahan puts one to the net and a goal. She was working her way from left to right, put that one towards the net, and it got behind Sydney Riker, and Cincinnati takes a 2-0 lead with 10:31 to play here in the first quarter.
Well, there's your goal scorer for Cincinnati. Cameron Cal
of action, and RMU didn't even get a shot towards the net on that possession. The Colonial was knocked down. Ground ball was scooped up by Cincinnati. They turned it into an offensive chance, just like they have here, as again it's Callahan going towards the net and getting the goal, scooping the ground ball and putting it back behind Riker to go up 3-0.
One who drew the foul is going to be a player to be relied on this year. She was the All-MAC first team in 2022 as a freshman. Took a little bit of a step back last year, but she was also injured. So expect her to be big time for the Colonials this year.
Cincinnati's going to score on a short-handed chance there. Unreal.
Come back in this one.
Cincinnati again settling in the offensive end. It's Ottensmeyer getting a corner on a defender, putting the shot on. Save is made. Rebound back into the goal. Haley Jo Simpson scooping that one up after Ottensmeyer's shot was saved, and Cincinnati claims a 5-0 lead. Racing towards the net, shot high by Elizabeth Murphy, not Simpson.
Team like Robert Morris, where Cincinnati's potentially a little bit better than you. I mean, they're going to start taking a lot more fouls, and we've seen that so far.
Shot wide that time by Cincinnati's Elizabeth Murphy. All cards have been green prior to that yellow. The shot wide by Ottensmeyer. Bouncing back behind, and the Colonials scoop the ground ball, but can't maintain the possession as they turn it over for the 10th time today. And Cincinnati's going to settle down. Parenthetically, I misspoke a moment ago. Based on the scoreboard, I said it was a 1-minute penalty, actually a 2-minute penalty on that yellow card. And Cincinnati turns that player-up opportunity into another goal for the Bearcats, stretching their lead to 6-0, pending the stick check. It's in. Pausing and feeds it near side. Ottensmeyer. Good feed and finish. As Ottensmeyer finds Murphy, and Murphy buries it into the net, and Cincinnati takes a 7-0 lead. Too many chances. Want to maintain as much of a lead as possible while putting good shots towards the net, including that one, a goal, as the ball goes from Murphy to Callahan to the back of the net. Cincinnati has done a terrific job once the Colonials do have a possession on the offensive end, shutting the door, setting up a wall in front of that arc. And then the Bearcats turn defense into offense. A takeaway by the Bearcats leads to a ball into the back of the net, but they'll wave the goal off by Cincinnati and say a charge against the Bearcats by Cincinnati. 22 shots in total by the Bearcats. And the 23rd is a goal for Cincinnati. Slows it down, works it over Joya. Inside it goes. Ball knocked down to the turf, and then the ground ball scooped up by Sydney Riker of RMU, their goaltender. Haddon heads to the penalty box for 1 minute on a green card, and that gives Cincinnati a chance to take a 10-0 lead. Good ball movement, and they find Cameron Callahan for her 5th goal, and
so heavily relied upon and will be the same this year for the Bearcats.
Spinning and a shot towards the net, bounces into the goal for Lexi Wolf. Lexi Wolf.
Colonials team, especially on the offensive side.
Cincinnati settling things down on the offensive end. And a goal for the Bearcats as that one put into the net for Cincinnati, and that will stretch their lead in Youngstown State and Kent State as non-conference action moves on for Cincinnati, as that shot is bounced into the goal for Cincinnati by Cameron Callahan.
Influx of freshmen, but a handful of players returning. Colleen Tiff, Jordan Anderson, another player we haven't really talked about, seen a couple times, Jerica Obi, who transferred over from St. Bonaventure a few years ago.
And really, when you look at this Colonials roster, it's so many upperclassmen or freshmen, very few sophomores on the roster. There are a few. Will trigger towards the net. This one, a bouncing shot carrying wide. Missing for Clopton. But somehow the ball worked out to Ottensmeyer, and Ottensmeyer pulls the trigger from the left side and puts it into the back of the net behind Megan Shepley, who has stepped in goal for the RMU Colonials, and the first goal in a long time for Cincinnati.
Cincinnati goal number 30, Lauren Ottensmeyer.
And Ottensmeyer, that's just a spot that she really likes to shoot from, right around that 8-meter mark.
Kylie Joya.
Top of that arc, and just fires it past Shepley, and Ottensmeyer's continue to put her stamp on this contest this afternoon.